Toxic white European. There's no respect for white European males anymore. I realized this. I was in Jersey last night, working in Jersey. I had to get on the turnpike to come home. I had to go to the bathroom on the Jersey Turnpike, so I pull into a rest area. What's the name of the rest area? The Vince Lombardi rest area. That's the best we can do for the greatest coach in the history of the NFL. Should we put a statue of him in front of his high school? No, let's build an 18 by 24 brick structure after exit 13A, where truckers who have been living on hooker pussy and beef jerky for 14 hours can unload their impacted bowels, where gay guys can exchange filthy blowjobs at 3 a.m., and where pedophiles can come into the faces of terrified children. You know, the shit that Vince Lombardi was for, you know. The fucking Vince Lombardi rest? Where's the Jerry Sandusky rest area? That's my question. That's the rest area I want to see. Life-size statue of Jerry in a bathing suit, half a heart on, big smile on his face. Couple of Boy Scouts in headlocks, you know.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, folks? Big day today. How are you? It's Monday. That's right, the Vince Lombardi rest area.
What the hell's going on out here?
You know you one crazy motherfucking wop, man.
Yeah, and so is Vince Lombardi. How are you? That was a sneak peek at a breath of fresh air. The special is going to debut all over the place, okay? NickDip.com, my YouTube channel, everywhere. At the end of this show, right at noontime. So hang in there. If you're for free speech comedy, you're sick of this PC culture shutting down guys like me. You fucking hate people like the Clintons and whoever. But you can't get this anywhere. You can't get this anywhere, guys. So very excited. We put a trailer up. What, day and a half ago? It's got 101,000 views already. Just the trailer. So this special is going to be huge, not for the faint of heart, and I'm striking a blow against this horseshit. I've been speaking like this for years, and it's time. I finally have the social media team in place, great people around me. It's time to strike back. They don't want you to hear any of this stuff. This is how most people talk. This show, as you know, is like blue-class people sitting in a bar watching the news, and this is how we really talk. And people are looking for stuff like this. And the fucking worm is going to turn soon. And this special is going to help. So, and you can contribute. I'm not charging anybody. Guys have been great to me for years, throwing it out there. Like I said, Netflix was scared of it. You know, HBO, Comedy Central, they're all scared of this stuff. They won't even give it a sniff. So if you want to contribute, you can at nickdip.com. But I'm glad to give it away, because it's more important that it's seen. It's not about money at this point. It's a cause. So hang in there with me. By the way, all the shows this week are free, again, to grow the show. We're on track to blow up. So that's a gift to you guys. And cannot wait till this thing. Shout-outs real quick. New Veto patrons. We have Brian Bolton, Chris Moran, Daniel Pirro, Ron Castellano, Victoria Elward, Wilkin Kaufman, Joshua Roberts, Matt Day, Matt Mersing. Thank you guys so much. That's the veto level. The show's still growing. Contributions from Jason Michelle, Kevin McCardle. Kevin McCardle, why does that sound familiar? The Gauntlets, Andrew Marshall. Thank you guys for the contributions, and I appreciate it. It goes to a good cause. It's called free speech, motherfuckers. God damn it. I got 11 cups of coffee in me, can you tell? Had a great week down in Tampa. Place was packed. 6, 7, 8 people with a Nick DiPaolo Show T-shirts on. It's a movement. It might be a bowel movement. I don't know. But It's a movement. And I got pulled over by the cops for speeding on the way home in Florida, and I had my loaded gun next to me, next to a pack of Marlboros. Scared the shit. I don't even have the fucking carry license. I mean, I'm in the computer. They haven't mailed it to me yet. I just got it a couple days ago. The cop walks up, and I'm like, I don't even know how to break into this car. I go, I have a loaded. He puts his hand on his gun. I'm like, no, I'm a fan of the cops. It's the fucking weirdest thing. He made me get out of the car, stand in front of the cop car, took the bullets out of the gun, put them in my cup holder. I'm a real fucking Johnny Badass. I feel so Southern now. He was great. I said, look, dude, I do benefits for the cops, and he knocked it down from 71 miles an hour to 70. It was a 45. It's one of those things, it's 80 miles an hour, and all of a sudden it's 3 feet. 3 feet, it's 45 miles an hour, then it goes back to 80. And I don't know why Waze let me down. I'm going to punch that bitch if I ever meet her. So he knocked it down and saved me. He said, $266 ticket. Jesus Christ. Anyhow, what's going on in the world? Speaking of tension and guns and all kinds. The United States is deploying an aircraft carrier strike group and a bomber task force to the Middle East on short notice in response to clear indications Iran and Iranian proxies were planning an attack on U.S. forces in the region. You believe this shit? Turn that place into a fucking parking lot.
We begin bombing in 5 minutes.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
Late Sunday night, the White House made a surprise announcement that the USS Abraham Lincoln and a bomber task force. What do black people got to do with this? Were being deployed in response to unspecified troubling and escalatory indications and warnings. National Security Advisor John Bolton, you know who he is. He's got the Mark Twain mustache. This guy does not play. He's a fucking hardliner. Always looks like he just stuffed his face in a bottle of Cremora. He said the deployments were intended to send a clear and unmistakable message to these little sand fleas. I put that in there for emphasis. To the Iranian regime that any attack on the U.S. interests or those of our allies will be met with unrelenting force. The United States is not seeking war with the Iranian regime, but we are fully prepared to respond to any attack, whether by proxy, the Islamic Revolution Guard Corps, or regular Iranian forces, the statement continued. The movement of the aircraft carrier is the USS Abraham Lincoln to the region was expedited, and it was ordered there effective immediately. There he is. This guy does not fucking play. Pompeo said that something we've been working on for a little while, he told reporters traveling in Europe. It's absolutely the case that we have seen escalatory actions from the Iranians. It is equally the case that we will hold the Iranians accountable for attacks on American interests. Because things are heating up between, Israel and Palestine. Palestine lobbed 250 missiles and this past weekend. I don't know how you can fucking live in Israel. You're laying on a beach and missiles are flying. Sunblock is not going to stop that shit. Can't go to a cafe. I mean, Israel is like, I've said this before, the best analogy I can give you. You remember Trading Places with Eddie Murphy when he's a homeless guy pretending he had no legs? And he starts talking shit with the cops. And he's laying on the ground and 8 guns come out, cop guns pointing at his face. That's fucking Israel, Eddie Murphy. And those are the surrounding countries. And we have, the Strait of Hormuz is intricate in this mess. That's where oil, the world's oil supply passes through there. And the Iranians have a post there, and they're always threatening to shut it down. If they did, that's 30% of the world's oil that will be shut off if they did that. But, I mean, after the USS Cole, fucking just melt these people down. Just a backwards-ass fucking retarded culture, pushing gay people off the tops of buildings, cutting off the hands of shop. That's Saudi Arabia, too. It's all the same. They're living in 12 AD, okay? I almost hope something happens. And as far as Israel and Palestine, let them go. Take the gloves off. We've been dealing with this for thousands of years. Enough talk already. Good luck fucking with the Israeli Air Force and their military. They're the baddest asses on the planet. So let the gloves come off. As they said in the God, we have to have the bloodletting every 10 years. It's good. So enough of the talk already. But you got to love Bolton. He ain't playing around. So that's the big story right now. That could escalate. It never does. Matter of fact, Palestine and Israel, I'm calling it Palestine like it's an actual state, they actually had a truce after 2 days. Once you hit them back, they're throwing rocks and bottles and shit and Molotov cocktails, and some of them get shot by the Israelis. And they're defenseless. These people are fuck you. Why don't we learn how to guard our borders? Take a lesson from Israel. No, that would involve lethal force. Yeah, and what's your point? Well, it's medieval. Yeah, well, it's very effective. The tire is medieval. We're still using that, as Trump once said. And related to the story, Rashida Tlaib, remember her? She's the one when she got elected that night. She says, we're going to impeach the motherfucker, talking about Trump. This filthy anti-American, fucking anti-Semitic bitch. You know what I'm talking about. Rashida Tlaib attacks Israel as Palestinian terrorists kill civilians, including Muslim Arab Israeli. They're full of shit over there.
You can't handle the truth!
Tlaib was responding to and agreeing with an anti-Israeli activist, Youssef Monyair, who had criticized the New York Times headline that read, and this is from the New York Times, hardly a right-leaning fucking paper. They said Gaza militants fired 250 rockets and Israel responds with airstrikes. That was unacceptable to Monyair, who complained that Israel had started the violence by shooting unarmed Palestinian protesters in Gaza, which is just a fucking lie.
You can't handle the truth!
The protesters were attacking Israeli's border. Some burned tires and threw rocks and incendiary devices. Some attempted to sabotage the border fence, the UPI reported. Previous protests have been organized by the Hamas terror group, which, according to the United Nations, violently suppresses actual protests against its violent rule in Gaza. Still, for Tlaib, this filthy mouth, describing the fact that Palestinians had sparked the present conflict meant dehumanizing them. That's what she said. She's
a malignant cunt.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but you don't have to go crazy. But when will the world stop dehumanizing our Palestinian people? When they start acting like humans. I'm not talking about everybody in Palestine, just the fucking idiots that are throwing Molotov cocktails and rocks. That's how the world works. You poke somebody in the eye, they punch you in the face back. It especially works that way under Trump. Stop dehumanizing Palestinian people who just want to be free. Headlines like this and framing it in this way just feeds into the continued lack of responsibility on Israel, who unjustly oppress and target Palestinian children and family. These are the people that use children as human shields. They set up missiles and rockets in schools so we won't hit them. Oh my God. She tweeted. She concluded with hashtag Free Palestine, a slogan usually used in connection with the destruction of Israel, an ambition that Tlaib shares with Hamas and other Palestinian radicals. Well, of course.
Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad, Haka Sherpa Sherpa, Bakala.
The question is, how does her and Omar get elected in this country? They're clearly a cancer. They hate Jews. They hate Israel. How do you people elect these people? You really deserve what you get. Set mousetraps everywhere. 4 Israeli civilians were in fact killed by rockets, including a Muslim Arab Israeli who was killed after he was critically injured in the chest by shrapnel from a direct strike on a factory in Ashkelon. That comes from the Jerusalem Post. Tlaib, the first Palestinian-American woman in Congress, let's celebrate that, has been celebrated by other Democrats, including former President Barack Hussein Obama, who told Tlaib personally, I'm proud of you. You hate Jews just like I do. He didn't say that, but he said, I'm proud of you, during a meeting with freshman Democrats. Tlaib also has close ties to other Palestinian radicals, including Palestinian activist Maha Abdel Khader, a fundraiser and campaigner for Tlaib in 2018, who spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories online, including Holocaust denials. This is who she associates with. And you guys go in the booth and go, I forget what state she's from. Is this a Minneapolis thing, or is that the other one? You go in and pull the lever for this bitch? Should be ashamed of yourself. Did I say bitch? I mean, broad chick, wrapped up like a... Yes, Jace.
I think Tlaib is Michigan, and the other one's Minnesota.
Michigan or Illinois? You might be right.
Yeah.
Dearborn, Michigan, if you've been to Dearborn, you might as well be, it's like a Turkish bazaar in 1650. It's fucking frightening. I have fans from Detroit that tell me the stuff that goes on there. There'll be no-go zones there soon. But here's the difference. In our country, all the civilians, do you know there's 7 guns for every woman and children in the United States? And I want to up that to like 12. Anybody with me? Even after my traumatic experience. Yeah, so you're full of shit. It's so... I just can't believe these people get elected in this country. Yay for progressive. Yay for diversity. It's all right to hate the Jews, apparently. I wonder how Schumer feels about these. Well, he spoke out against them. Unbelievable. And let's stay on the radical Muslim. And again, I'll say this again, folks. I lived in Astoria, Queens for a couple of years. All my neighbors, Muslim and stuff, hardworking people. And I'm not just saying this to be PC. The majority of them are good. But like they say, 1% of them are radicalized in the world. And there's, I don't know how many billion Muslims. So you do the math, because I can't. But it's enough to fuck us up on a Tuesday afternoon, if you know what I'm saying. So this story, sort of related. CNN, you guys all remember CNN, don't you? You watch it in the shitter when you're at LaGuardia, and you're forced to watch it before you get on every Delta flight. CNN wrote over 20 articles on Covington Catholic students, ignores Philly Muslim children chanting about chopping off heads. Have you seen that video out of Philly? It's fucking frightening.
Can you stay categorical? You are fake news. Sir.
CNN covered the January controversy surrounding Nick Salmon. You remember the Covington kid with a smirk on his face, staring at the fraud Indian? And his fellow Covington Catholic students 23 times. They covered that story 23 times, yet thus far hasn't covered footage of children at Philadelphia Islamic Center. They haven't covered it at all. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is in Philly. By the way, there's 40 to 50 other chapters throughout the country. This is what's going on in some of your local mosques and whatnot. It's a catchy tune.
شهداؤنا وهبوا الحياة رخيصة فازوا بجنات من الرضوان فاحت عطور المسك من
Pause. Musk emanates from their bodies. How do you know? They're dead. She's talking about the martyrs and stuff. I put on Musk. Is that what I'm going to attract when I go out? 16-year-old hateful little Muslim broads? Slap that stuff on me. By the way, that's from a culture. If she shows her ankle, she'll be shot at sunrise. But Musk emanates from their bodies, and so do maggots. Go ahead.
يتسابقون لجنة الرحمن أو هل تكون القدس عاصمة لهم وتكون مرتع مرجب وجبان.
Hotbed for cowards. What's CNN got to do with this?
أرض الهدى ونقدم الأرواح دون تواني.
Pause. You don't have any souls to sacrifice. You're soulless. Not your fault. Can you stay on it? You don't have to go back to me. Look at this. What am I looking at? Well, it looks like a scene from Ben-Hur. Welcome to America, ladies. I see the assimilation is going beautifully. Wrapped up like burn victims. You feminists in this country should be irate. Some of these broads might have nice bodies. Well, they're too young, but I'm just saying the adult ones. But look, the second one in from the left looks like Artie Lang when he was in junior high school. And even the one on the far right's going, did you really just say that? Chop their fucking heads off? We're the ones who should be wearing the protective headgear. Wrap 9 towels around your neck to protect you. Ugh, look at the one on the far left. What a future she has. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. She'll be working for Talib in a couple of years. Okay, let these hateful people play.
أجسادهم ونحرر الأقصى الحزين العاري ونقود جيش الله منجز وعده ونسومهم سوء العذاب القادم.
And we will subject them to eternal torture. You're doing that now. You're doing that now in this country. If you know anything about the Quran, I read a little bit about it. I have that kind of time when I'm at a Motel 6 in Nashville with the whole weekend on my hands. That's what they do. This has been their history. But again, these are just kids. They're being indoctrinated. It reminded me of watching a college campus in this country. They're being indoctrinated. So, was that it? Or was there more to that clip? That's it, right?
We have another clip of Kids from America.
Oh, that's right. Who do you think's going to win this war, by the way? They're indoctrinating the kids to chop our heads off and shit. And this is what we're doing with our kids.
Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa Sherpa.
Yeah, I see.
Bakala.
All right. What are we, the most naive country? They're over there teaching kids how to sharpen knives, where to cut exactly so the infidel's head falls off. And we got little Timmy going, can I get some pink shoes for this fucking... Who do you think's going to win out in the end, folks? I'm projecting. Projecting about a month and a half from now, and all the shit goes down. But like I said, I believe most Muslims are good that live here and stuff. But we are so fucking naive. You know what the first thing de Blasio did when he became mayor? He went in and he reversed all the shit that Giuliani did after the 9/11 attacks. You know, Giuliani had cops going undercover at Moss to find out what was going on. The first thing de Blasio did was get rid of all that, make it illegal. What chance do we have? I just, you know, the more you read about the Islam culture, I don't understand why you move to America where the values just oppose all your values. I mean, number one, they can't eat pork. We sold 76 trillion McRib sandwiches last week. You know what I mean? They were oppressed sexually. Women can't show any parts of their bodies. Playboy was the most fucking popular magazine in the United States for I don't know how many years. But let's go there. Let's fucking go there. I don't know what to say. But one of the things that changed my mind, I shot a pilot for Comedy Central when I was living in Queens. I interviewed the store owner. He was a Muslim. It was right after 9/11 attacks. He had tears in his eyes how upset he was. So, that, you know, I mean, again, I'm not trying to paint the whole religion like they do Christians, who, by the way, genocide's actually being committed on Christians right now all over the fucking world. But you don't see Jim Acosta touching that story or the Adam's apple at MSNBC. It's great. Our media is like a propaganda arm for them, too. Hey, let's get, what is it? Remember CNN had a Gaza channel? I think it was CNN. Remember the Gaza channel? It's terrific. You could learn how to make hummus and how to cut a kid's foot off for fucking being naughty. Some great content on there. But the point being, CNN didn't cover any of this stuff, okay? A search of the words Covington Catholic students returned 23 results, while a search for Muslim American Society Islamic Center Philly, which I just showed you, yielded 0. That's some good reporting, right down the middle. These are not isolated incidents. They are happening in major centers of the country, including Pennsylvania. I don't hear a bunch of the moderate Muslims. There were a few on TV, you know, saying this does not represent our religion. There should be 1 million outside of that mosque in Philly saying, what the fuck are you doing? But they never do that, do they? Well, they could be under threat. Not if there's 500,000 of them out there. I don't believe facial recognition could, the people that want to kill you anyways, are back in your homeland. But we need some push from, like I said, the moderate Muslims. But keep electing these people. Dates, by the way. You can go to nickdip.com if you want to get these dates. This Friday and Saturday, May 10th and 11th, the Governor's in Levittown, Long Island, New York. One of my favorite. I only do about 3 clubs. This is one of them. Helium in Philly. Side Splitters, which I did. Friday, May 31st, Jonathan's in Agunquit, Maine. Saturday, June 1st, Whites of Westport, Mass. Friday, June 7th, Steel Stacks, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's in the Fowler Blast Furnace Room. Jesus Christ. Please tell me that they have air conditioning. Saturday, August 10th, Newtown Theater, Newtown, Pennsylvania. Friday and Saturday, August 16th and 17th, Helium in Philadelphia. Friday, October 18th, the Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. Friday, November 15th, Cortland Repertory Theater, Cortland, New York. Saturday, November 16th, the Comedy Works, Saratoga Springs, and then back at the Tarrytown Music Hall in Tarrytown, New York on New Year's Eve, which is a killer gig. And don't forget to go to cameo.com. For $90, I will roast one of your friends, people you hate at work, your fat neighbor. Somebody, I will say happy birthday. You can be nice, you can be mean, whatever. I will send you a video, made in my phone to you, and then you send it to whoever you want to. I wake up every morning and I have a pile of them. People are loving it. Look, I was pretty good at roasting people. So Cameo.com, just click on my profile. I am hungry. Who's hungry? Anybody? Who wants maggot ice cream? What? That's right. Maggot ice cream touted as eco-friendly alternative to traditional dairy-made treat. I'm lactose intolerant, but I'd rather have diarrhea for the next 3 years, I think, than have a maggot cone. Could I get sprinkles on that? They're already on there. Oh, those are, but they're moving. No, those are maggots. Can I get maggots in a waffle cone, please? Make that a large. I'm not kidding you. Maggot ice cream. Fans of the sweet treat could soon find grubs up in their cornet with fly larvae being touted as high protein, and yes, so is male semen. I'm not eating that anytime soon. And sustainable alternative to traditional dairy-made frozen product. While interest has been growing in insects as more eco-friendly food source in the West, a South African food maker has gone a step further and used maggots harvested from flies. Oh, good, it's all natural. As a basis for ice cream. That sounds delicious, doesn't it?
Anyway.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Ben and Jerry's. Fucking maggot cream pie. There it is. That's what it looks. It looks the same going in it as it does coming out, apparently. Doesn't that look appetizing? Even Charlie Sheen wouldn't eat that. His favorite is the dark chocolate. Remember he used to say that, Haagen-Dazs. I'll eat maggots if I'm stranded on an island or something and I'm starving. I'll pick them off a dead bird's ass, but I got a freezer and shit. I'm living in 2019. I'm doing pretty good. I got popsicles and fucking Haagen-Dazs in there. What has happened to the world? Operating out of the Cape Town University of Technology. Let's shut that place down today. Gourmet grub processes the larvae of black soldier flies with other natural ingredients. I'd like to know what those are. Before mixing with flavors such as cocoa and honey and ice cream, they put it in an ice cream making machine. Leah Bessa, head of product development. I wonder if she swallows. Head of product development at Gourmet Grub said insects are typically environmentally friendly and sustainable to farm because they use very little land, water, and food to grow on. Who gives a shit? She's saying this is going to, help stop global warming. I'm not going to eat ice cream if it's 112 anyways. She says they aren't at risk. They aren't a risk of climate change because you can grow them in a controlled environment. Yeah, your dead dog's neck in an enclosed area, so you don't have the effects of drought and all those other things that are associated with climate change. Oh yeah, fucking let's eat maggots because the planet heated up a half a degree in the last 300. You fucking people are crazy. What are we gonna make? Oh, they have another product, sorbet. It's baby's head lice mixed with heavy cream. And what's really great is that they produce a lot of protein and fat and minerals by growing on what would typically be considered waste product. So we're picking the shit off. We're picking the flies off shit to make ice cream. You realize Western civilization... I understand some little shitholes in Africa and Haiti. For the love of Christ, we have an ice cream shop every 3 feet in this country. They produce a lot of protein and fucking minerals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's me after a nice cone of maggots. It's not sitting well, honey. You get the lactose pills. Well, anyways. Gourmet Grub sells its insect ice cream at a weekly market in Cape Town. There must be 3 people in line every month. It tastes organic, basically how you'd expect a vegan ice cream to taste. Oh, keep enticing me. Is it as good as the vegan bean steaks? Mmm. I love people who buy this shit and eat this shit, and they brag, I'm a vegan, I'm a vegetarian. Oh, you can outlive me by, a year? And spend it in the bathroom taking a big runny dump because you had a maggot Sunday. But the planet's going to burn up. I'm not eating maggots. Yet. Unless you want to call that girl in college. Let's stay on the restaurant news. Did you guys see this footage? Oh, my God. It made me very, very angry. Restaurant report card visit ends in chaos. This week, Denny's, I think where was this in Georgia? I don't know. Lithonia, Georgia. This week, right near where I live, Lithonia. This week, Denny's on a Panola Road in Lithonia scored 52 points and a U for unsatisfactory. It's like every report card I got in elementary school. The health inspector busted them for expired deli meat, flying insects, and, give the insects to the ice cream company. The fuck? And raw eggs on bacon and cheese. But these violations pale in comparison to this violation of civility. So this local TV station, they do it every week or whatever. They go and review a restaurant of health, make sure it's, everything's clean, all the conditions in the kitchens meet the standards that they're supposed to meet in this country. And the Denny's employees weren't having any of it. Let's take a look at some of these nice people that Denny's hires. They're really doing a good job vetting.
You don't have to put the camera on nobody. Y'all can get out of here with that. Y'all can go ahead.
So we're not going to discuss it.
They're not supposed to be in the building.
So whoa.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Hey.
Get out.
Hey.
Bye.
Hey.
The news is walking in.
Come on now. Guys.
Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
So this is how you...
You guys have no right.
So
They have no right. Listen to this ignorant little scumbag. They have every right, you dummy. Get off your fucking phone. How to go, Denny's? How to vet your employees? What do? Find the angriest people you can find on the planet and go, these guys be perfect. Once they taste the Grand Slam special and people complain, they'll fucking whack them out. You got no right. You got no fucking right. You got no right, asshole, working there. We got more footage, right? Check out this broad. Woman.
Employees.
My son right here. If you film me with that camera, I'ma knock your ass out.
Oh, are you, bitch?
I promise you that. My son right here, son. Don't do that, cause I knock your ass out.
Hey, that's assault right there.
I don't give a my son right here, you.
Yeah.
Is that how you talk in front of your son?
If only their kitchen was as hot as the employees, perhaps none of this would have happened.
Is this a Denny's or a fucking hideout for the Crips?
You want to
Look at this genius.
To record us?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
What are your rights?
You have a failing
What are
health
your rights to the
inspection. You want
haircut?
to talk about the failing
You
health
know the failing
inspection?
health inspection is up.
See that?
That's assault.
Yeah, violent
a
by
charge.
nature.
You don't care?
Fucking
We're not touching you.
ignorant. See, huh? It's their first response when they're fucking called on something. What's your rights? Your rights. That's Denny's. That's what you hire. Not just Denny's. The fucking TSA, Wendy's, every fast food joint. But that kid should be getting minimum wage. We got to bump up minimum wage because he can spend it on the next Jay-Z album and fucking. Just fucking ignorant, and their first instinct is to get violent. And that woman talking in front of her little kid like that, oh, he has a chance. That poor little kid, that's his fucking mother. He'll be mugging me in a Denny's parking lot in 10 years. Yes, I eat there. I love the Grand Slam special. That with the maggot cream butter. The cops finally showed up. Officers confirmed our crew was well within our rights to question the restaurant. We were not the ones in the wrong. I'm sure and I guarantee these kids will be working there tomorrow. Oh, Denny's put out a statement from their corporate office as they were hiding under their desks. We are disappointed by the inappropriate and unacceptable behavior by employees at our restaurant in Lithonia, Georgia, earlier this week. As a family dining restaurant, oh, is that what it is? This place makes the Waffle House look like Chris Roof's. The fuck? As a family dining restaurant, Denny expects the highest ethical and personal behavior from our team. Yeah, I can tell by who you hire. That's exactly what you expect. And we do not tolerate this type of behavior. We have spoken to the franchisee at the location, and he has taken immediate action to ensure the restaurant meets our high brand standards and has taken appropriate action with the employee. That's the problem right there. These things get franchised out, right? And it's the same with hotels and stuff. Back in the day when Howard Johnson, you had a problem staying at Howard Johnson, you had a beef, you go to the front desk. You know who was in the back office running it? Howard Johnson. Now they fucking train anybody who worked for 11 cents and can do monkey fucking work. And, there's nobody to answer to. The employees don't give a shit. With regard to the health inspection grade, we take great pride in providing a high-quality experience for our guests. They're talking about it like they talk about it like Sinatra used to hang out there. Oh, we take high quality. You ever look at a fucking Denny's menu? You could lick the menu and get half your meal. I'm like, is that a picture of the fucking of the sunny side up eggs, or there's actually eggs on stuck to my. High quality experience for our guests, and that includes both the food we serve and the condition of our restaurants. We take local health inspections very seriously. Apparently not. You got a big fat U, including the posting of results. We have spoken with a franchisee. They are taking care of the issues identified and are implementing corrective procedures to ensure this does not reoccur. And I'm sure those procedures will be labeled as racist if these kids do get fired. You got to hire I would have all Orthodox Jews working by. They're the most pleasant people. Seriously. When you love to walk into a Denny's or a Wendy's and, hello, how are you? Good. Got the yarmulke, the long beards, and just pleasant people. They don't, they were my neighbors in L.A. I fucking loved them. They minded their business. I was drunk on the lawn in my underwear, and nobody said shit. They walked by, they were going to church. How are you? Good to see you.
I hear Denny's is kosher, so.
Denny's is kosher. You are correct, sir. I had can't get bacon anywhere, and it's fucking, on Wednesdays they have kosher night or some shit. I don't know, my friends. I don't know. But boy, the tension, huh? The racial tension and whatnot. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I don't know what to do, folks. It's culture clash. Your country, these are everyday occurrences, It's not, as Bill Hicks said, it's an experiment that's not working. And it really isn't. We're trying our best here. Now, here come a couple of black people who made me laugh so hard I almost cried. They were in the car. They're just a couple. The guy in the Yankees hat does not like whitey and doesn't hide it. My type of fella. But eventually they got on to talking about Trump. But these are a couple of Obama voters, I'm sure. Well, they talking politics in the car, and they're both so goddamn funny. White people should be able to be as candid and honest as this couple here when talking about race and whatnot. It's the only way we're going to solve it, folks. But take a look at one of my favorite couples here.
What do you think they should do to Donald Trump?
She's laughing.
They should motherfucking. I don't know. Donald Trump is a nigga.
What?
Let's not get it twisted.
What?
Okay.
Back in the day,
untwisted.
You know what I'm saying? They was around us so much. I'm pretty sure they had to have the conversations with us like, damn, what these niggas be talking about?
Who's they?
Eventually, some of our nigga ways rubbed off on white people.
So that's why you think Donald Trump is so gangster right now.
Yeah, because he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck,
and he's rich, and he talk like he don't back down to anyone or anything.
Yeah, he keep it real though.
He keep it real.
The one thing he said, I remember that somebody taught me back in the day. If your handshake as a man, if your handshake is whack, if your handshake ain't firm, let me say that. You ain't got a firm handshake out here in these streets.
Right, because what he do
is a bitch.
He pulls you to him. And if your whole body can come to him, that means you's a weak ass nigga. You should be able to stand your ground. If anybody noticed, when you look at Donald Trump shake people's hands, he grab their hand and he pull them towards him and shake. That means that if I can't buzz when you do that and I'm still stiff, that mean I ain't no weak ass motherfucker, nigga.
Oh, it means you're 450 pounds and you didn't budge. If Trump tried to shake your hand, lady, he'd pull his shoulder out of the socket. Oh, my God. So they gave Trump props, and I believe that when he was running. I remember I was watching Jesse Waters on Fox when he did those on the street things, and they interviewed this young black kid in Times Square, Yankees hat also. But he says that's why some black people like Trump, because he's rich and he doesn't fucking try to hide it and shit, and he talks trash. And it's true. It's fucking true. But then they went on to badmouth him. I didn't show the rest of the clip. It was too long. But then they go on to like start saying fuck Trump. Let me tell you, Yankees hats. Is there anybody who doesn't have a police record that wears a Yankees hat other than the team itself? Honest to God. But that is the type of honesty we need when talking about race. But you know damn well they voted for Obama and they're Democrats. But maybe Trump can win them over. Come on, African. I can't wait for the next election to see black unemployment's at record lows, and I want to see it. You know, I mean, it's literally the strongest economy we've had ever right now. It's fucking kicking ass. Do we have super chats? We got any? I'll address those right now, Rich.
Justin said, "Why the hell did you rub and pat my head on Friday?" Like, I'm assuming he was at the show.
I am too, because I thought you were a woman. I don't know.
I was worried on that one.
What did he say? I rubbed and did what to
He
him?
said, "Why the hell did you rub and pat my head on Friday?"
Rub and pat his head. Boy, I don't know. I had about 12 Fireballs and a couple Heinekens.
That would make.
As long as I didn't rub your ass, and this is a hashtag Me Too. What was the guy's name?
Justin.
Oh, good.
Jussie.
I don't know why. But you're welcome. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Chris Kaufman Jr. said, "We've technically been at war with Iran since 1979.
Technically, yeah. And we got out of the Iran treaty deal, so they are fucking, you know, Obama and his morons that he surrounded himself with sent literally a pallet with, how much was on it? Huh?
I think it was like $1 billion.
Yeah, almost $1 billion on a wooden crate. Gee, I'm sure that money went to build school for kids. And so, yeah, they're furious about a bunch of shit right now. And Trump pulled us out of the world. It's the worst deal in the history of the planet. And so they're furious. They're always angry anyways because nobody over there fucks in there. But another one?
Two more. Nico said you need a Patrice on the show. R.I.P.
No, I don't need a Patrice. Can I explain something? I love how Patrice is becoming a god after he passed away. Well, I need somebody like Patrice, but my point being is it's all white males. We're being blamed for everything. You need me. You don't need Patrice because he would agree with that shit. But I would love for him because I think he would like Trump to an extent. He couldn't go all the way like Kanye West did, then he'd lose street cred. But he loves the honesty of, he would love the honesty of Trump and shit. But no, you need me right now. You don't need a black comic. I'm the one under attack. And Patrice is one of my favorite. I listen to his special in my car around the clock, even now. And it makes me so sad. I'll think of a good tagline, and he was definitely brilliant. But I'm saying, you need me right now. Look, I'm dark enough almost. Jesus Christ, is this what the Georgia Sun's going to do to me? I got this going to the mailbox. The fuck? But yes, we missed the late, great Patrice. Just funny as all hell. But you need whitey right now, and I'm half white.
And then finally, Gentleman Bystander says Wu-Tang's lineup looks lit, which could either be the couple in the car or the Denny's.
Yeah, I'm confused on that one. I sort of had I think it might be the Denny's thing, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, these half the staff look like going to be hip-hop stars in a few years. And I don't know. And that couple, though, they could be Wu-Tang. I have all their work. I like their early stuff. They got very commercial. When they stopped talking about killing white people, I stopped listening. They were groundbreaking. Ever see they have a documentary on the Wu-Tang. Or am I confusing them with NWA? I confuse my favorite bands. Or was it the Monkees? Captain and Tennille. The fuck? I can't remember. But I love that. I love that honesty from that guy. I didn't play the whole thing. He expressed how much he hated white. Fuck them. He must have said fuck crackers about 11 times. And, he should be able to. And Farrakhan was able to say his stupid horse shit. They're booting all these conservatives this past weekend. Who they boot? Do you remember? Like off YouTube and say Milo and all these conservatives that have been banned, and they throw Farrakhan in there. That way they can cover their ass and go, look, we're not just banning. That's what they do, and people fall for it. But I'm saying Farrakhan should be able to say all the garbage he wants, but so should, Richard Spencer, whoever the bad guy is in the fucking Klan. It's called free speech. There's no such thing as hate. There's speech and speech you disagree with. So stop with your nonsense. You got Zuckerberg deciding. You guys should be getting chills up your ass. At the 2020 election, I can't wait to see. Good luck, Trump, because the whole media is against you. The social media, the high-tech people, the Facebooks, the Zuckerbergs, Google. They only control all the information in the world. You got to go up against that, too. So it should be interesting. This is very disappointing to me.
These blacks. Who knows where they're going to take the wrong way?
Quiet. Red Sox manager, my team, the Red Sox, who, by the way, woke up from their slumber this weekend. We put a fucking hurt on the White Sox like you read about. This kid, Shabbos, we got a guy who's been up for about 2 weeks. His first home run was 441 feet. Then he hit another one that was 441. This weekend, he hit 2 or 3. One of them was 459. 459. They had him playing second base. He's built like a fullback for the fucking Cowboys. And I'm excited. I am excited. But the Yankees aren't even healthy yet. They're going to be scary, too. Red Sox manager Alex Cora has decided he will not attend his team's scheduled White House visit to celebrate their 2018 World Series title after taking several months to think about it. And I do like Cora, but you're disappointing me here. The Bo Sox skipper and Puerto Rican native says that he doesn't feel comfortable making the trip after the way the Trump administration handled hurricane relief to his native island. Oh, that's disappointing because I really like this guy.
Go ahead. Cry like a bitch.
Although the government of the United States has helped, this is Cora talking, there's still a long way to go. That is our reality. I have continually used my voice so that we Puerto Ricans are not forgotten. And my absence is not different. Therefore, at this moment, I do not feel comfortable celebrating in the White House. Oh, I mean, stop, will you?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
We send $21 billion in aid every year to Puerto Rico, and they got more than the state of Texas did after that hurricane and stuff. So I don't know what he's talking about. You know who he went on to say, I hate that people make it a political issue, Cora said. This is about human beings. No shit. And we're doing the best we can. You know who made it political? You remember the female mayor of San Juan? Her name was Carmen Yulin Cruz. Remember she was on there whining, even after things were getting fixed and stuff. And Trump said, you're botching it. We're sending all the aid we're supposed to send, but it's being mishandled. And sorry, Trump's been right on enough of this stuff. Alex, Cora, I love you, man. But he didn't make it political. That's all I'm saying. But they're saying Trump lied about, because it costs, like, Trump said we sent $91 billion. That's what it's actually going to cost to fix it and stuff. And I couldn't find one article. Of course, it was a Washington Post and all. They were all saying Trump lied about how much aid was, blah, blah, blah. You're going to tell me we really shorthanded him? I mean, come on now. We got a super chat over there, fella? What is it?
We got, this is Ministry of Sin. He said, go Red Sox. Chavis is the man. New sub. Glad to be here. Cora can sit in the car and sulk.
Yes, he can. Cora should worry more about the back end of that lineup. Get Jackie Bradley Jr. out of there. The guy can't hit fucking AA pitching. I don't care if he's the greatest defensive center fielder I've ever seen, and he really is. This guy's a human high. But I'd rather take give me an average center fielder. I know I'm digressing from the show, but give me an average center fielder with average defense who hits 280 and hits like 20 homers a year. Could you? Jackie Bradley got hot for 3 months a couple of years ago. He made the All-Star team. And then he's hitting 140 right now. Okay? Get him out of there. Trade him. Somebody will trade you something good for that defense. But I don't know his contract status, and I'm not going to get into that. But, Cora, you should be focused on that. We're still under 500. Never mind the Puerto Rican aid. And you should go to the White House. It's not about that. Forget about Trump. It's a trip to the White House. That's cool. Mookie Betts isn't going, of course. I could have told you that. Devers. And these are all my favorite players. Guys, you get a one-in-a-lifetime chance. We don't care if you don't like Trump or his policies. Just don't go there and don't even talk to him. Just wander around while he's yapping, picking up shit on his desk and run outside and fucking... Another one?
Carbonite wrote, Nick, when are you going to perform in Vegas? There's no good comics right now. That Puke Bill Maher is a headliner for crying out loud.
I'm going there and I don't have it up on the website yet. I want to say November maybe, September or November. My manager just opened up the most beautiful club at the Plaza in Las Vegas. It's a showroom. It looks like 1955 in there with the booths and it's plush and absolutely gorgeous. And my manager knows how to run a club. It's in the fall, but I will be there. There's no doubt I will be going to Vegas, and I cannot wait to do that room. So that's your answer. Keep an eye on nickdip.com. That date could be up there soon. We just have to confirm the money. I have to confirm the money with my own manager. But he's unbelievable, this guy. So, anyways. So, yeah, enough already, Alex. Please.
Shut!
Because I love you, and you really busted my heart with this whining and dog shit and whatnot. Da-da-ta-dee-ta-ta. Finally tonight here on Meet the Press, first female Captain Marvel was black, and this petition wants Brie Larson to be replaced. I guess she got the role as the new Deke. You're into this type of shit, right? I, as a kid, wasn't into comics. Again, I was a very, very weird kid. I like cute little girls and sports. I don't know what was wrong with me. I should have been playing Dungeons and Dragons and fucking, But isn't this arguing about this? They say it should be a black woman playing the role. Isn't this arguing like whether Santa Claus is black or white or... No? Deke? The petition's goal is 9,000 signatures, and already, as of this writing, over 8,000 supporters have signed on. We need Brie Larson to step down from her role to prove she is an ally of social justice and ensure a gay woman of color plays the role. Maybe she's not a justice warrior. Maybe she agrees with some of your shit. Maybe she doesn't. You fucking fascist. Agree with us or not work. That's the fucking... What?
It's funny because she actually is a social justice warrior, like crazy.
She is.
Oh yeah, huge.
And so you think they have a point here? She's being hypocritical?
No, I think that she's how they think of it that she's not good enough, which makes no sense to me because she's way more SJW than the rest of them of that Avengers cast.
You say they think she's not good enough. They're saying she's not being enough of a social justice warrior.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it goes on to say that.
To me.
Let Monica, the original female and black Captain Marvel. Who the fuck's Monica?
That chick.
She was on Friends. I know she's a black chick. Is that her? I thought that was Dave Chappelle in high school. I'm sorry, I go with a blonde with the hot tits. Let Monica, the original female and black Captain Marvel, instead of whitewashing characters for the benefit of the straight white men running Disney. Oh, my aching stem. Somebody help me.
You need to shut the fuck up.
They attack the people, the hands that feed them, these social justice warriors. Disney is the most they export more political correctness. I blame them more than any company. What did I say? It's good. We're on the internet. Let it fly. Company, I stuttered. Freudian slip. They have done more for people. They're the reasons you watch TV and movies. You think the racial breakdown is 70-30 black to white in this country. They have done more. They're pussy cartoons where, everybody's represented and you're shitting on them. They've done more. But again, don't forget they're businessmen and at the end of the day, and they're going to go with a big box office name. Not that Brie Larson is. But I guess she's being they're saying she's being a bit of a hypocrite, so I'm fucking...
You need to shut the fuck up.
Benefiting the straight white man. Oh, my aching stem. First of all, people who do Marvel comics and movies, most of the white guys involved in that aren't straight. Am I right, Dick? Say something. For fuck's sake, spit it out.
What I don't understand is the original Miss Marvel, who Captain Marvel is based off of, from the comics, like in the 60s, is white.
Hold on, though. But so it used to be a guy.
Well, Captain Marvel is a guy, and Miss Marvel is who they made this Captain Marvel
When did Miss Marvel come along?
1967, per the internet.
That early? Mm-hmm. Maybe they have a point. I want a black broad. I love Pam Grier, by the way. What was the Tarantino movie? Jackie Brown. She got something special. I'd like to see her in every role like this, but don't say it's benefiting the fucking old crusty white guy. Jesus Christ, give us a break, will you? To back up their argument that Larson is all talk, the petitioners also criticized the Oscar winner for her charitable giving or lack of. She hasn't donated money to any charity other than the Motion Picture and Television Fund Foundation. Yeah, they butter her bread. And it's time for her to show she's not all talk. The moniker referred to in the petition is the character moniker Rambo. Oh, for Christ's sake. Created by Marvel Comics back in 1982, it says. Anyways, based on the mighty Pam Grier, who is excellent, by the way. That's my choice. Either her or Esther Roll, but I think she passed away. The mother on Good Times. All right, I got to wrap it up real quick here, folks. You guys just gave me the 2-minute, but it says 4 minutes left on the clock. Huh? What? Jason, come on.
Well, that clock's wrong then.
Is it? Rich? Anyways, okay, folks, in a couple minutes, the debut of A Breath of Fresh Air. I worked on this really hard. It touches on everything from #MeToo to Cosby, Jussie Smollett, and I worked on it for a couple of years. So again, if you're fans of free speech comedy, okay, and you're tired of this PC shit, which a lot of people are, even some left wingers I know say it under the breath. What's happened to comedy? You won't see me shitting on Trump, okay? I go after everybody, but it's a killer special. Thanks to my manager, Tommy Nicky, shot up at Cohoes Hall. It's, again, if you're for free speech and unadulterated comedy, that's what this country is about. I had a few people that I texted, comedian friends, all of them except one, put the trailer on their Twitter site. And I don't want to say who the one is, but it was very disappointing. She's very famous and very rich. But I understand, but I don't understand. Because this transcends it's about free speech. It's not about whether one comedian's politics disagrees with other comedians. This is for all of us, Miss Catherine Deneuve. Just pulled out a name there. It's bigger than that. So this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers, and you're going to read a lot of bad reviews because all the critics, 90% of them are gay, and they hate me the minute I come on stage. And so you can get this at stay at nickdip.com or go to my YouTube channel. Am I forgetting anything, fellas? So it's coming up. And we're going to end it by playing the trailer. Here's the trailer for it, and we'll talk to you guys on Patreon. By the way, the shows are I'll see you tomorrow, whether you're on Patreon or not. They're all free this week. But please, check out this special.
If you lean right in your politics, people on the left say when you use the word globalist, that's code for Jew. Now they're telling me what my words fucking mean. Although they might have a point. I was trying to sell my car the other day. This guy was really globaling me down. I'll tell you the other reason Bernie lost, other than it was rigged, he could not get the black vote. I kept emailing him, change your first name to Colonel. What the fuck? Right in front of you. Religious people take it too far, though. This is why people start to hate religious people. I'm watching a story in the news the other night. A young girl's behind the wheel driving. She looks down at her phone and drifts into oncoming traffic, was killed by an 18-wheel truck instantly. Her mother's on the news that night going, God called her home today. Well, if you look at the accident report, he texted her, number one. And number two, what kind of religion kills people with trucks, right? That's right, Islam. That's right. If you don't like that joke, you're dead inside or you're a liberal. Either way.